Chiefs has brought on some reinforcements when it comes to centre backs. They've signed Utitlokwe, they've signed Simango. When it comes to attacking midfielders, they've signed Tanzane. And with wingers, there is Upule Modi, and they're looking to sign Umendieta as well. But when it comes to the left back position, it looks like they're going to trust their development. Hello and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Pilo, I am your host. This is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. I'm a Khosi Football Club, and in today's video we are going to talk about two players that have been promoted from Kaizer Chiefs development to the senior team and how they will actually fit in the team, because these players, I am pretty sure they are not going to come onto the senior team and actually be starved of minutes because of the reasons that I will give. So the first player is Omega Mtaga. So if you don't know Omega Mtaga, he's currently playing in our development. He's 19 and he's playing as a left back. And this thing of promoting Omega Mtaga can actually mean a few things. The first one is the fact that Chiefs is not going to give Hlanti extension. We've already talked about Hlanti and extension yake on this other video up here, so you can go and check it out there, because the contract Hlanti comes to an end this June and the Chiefs apparently are not looking like they want to extend the contract yake. It's understandable given his age, and maybe Ugutuzwane at the beginning of the season was worried about injuries, and now recently he's just been worried about how he's been delivering. Against the Stellenbosch, actually had a good game, but it's still that thing, they still age as a factor. And also, not to mention the fact that going forward, next season, Udove will be playing as a left back. That's what I think, because right now, Chiefs, if they're bringing on Simang, who's going to play as a on the left as a centre back, and then if they pay him Utungezana or they pay him Utudetlokwe, you already have two people in the middle. So that means Udove naturally is going to go to the left, because as much as he has performed really good as a center back, he is actually a left back. So it would be interesting to see him playing his natural position, because he's been killing it as a center back. So now moving Udove to left back basically means he's going to need a backup. And the first name that comes to mind is, wait a minute, what happens to Mashiane? Umashiane, have also seen how Uzwane has started utilizing him in recent games. Like the other game before Les Stellies, he brought him on for Udoli, and then in this game against Stellenbosch, he actually brought him on for Sahil, which means he's going back to utilizing him as a winger rather than as a left back, because we were trying to experiment with Umashiane in the position as a left back, but it seems like the experiment didn't actually work because of the fact that work rate or his defensive ability might not be that good. It's not that good. Is not that good as such. It's better to just keep him up front, because if you keep him as a defender, then you might have problems. By the way, this does not mean Hlanti is out, because if the Chiefs qualifies for a Champions League or a Confederations Cup, that means there's still space for Hlanti, because he's an experienced player. He's an option that can always be there for the team, and to also be there while we're grooming Umdaga to become ready to play. So Dove and Hlanti can be interchanging, and then Umdaga can learn from them, and in 2 years time he can be playing, because he's only 19. So I don't think there's a rush in him starting to play. By the way, I think there should be a rush in getting these players to get some minutes. Otherwise, they get rusty. So, Umtaga has been given a 3-year contract according to reports, and is going to be playing in the senior team next season. This, by the way, they say it comes after the training that he had with the Chiefs, and then was impressive. And then they thought, you know what, let's promote him. Which I'm like, did they not see him, how he's been playing all along? By the way, I know there's some people who are going to be worried to go see, but Umtaga overlaps too much. And then I will say, Kanti, are we not watching the same modern football? Uguti fullbacks do overlap, and that's why you have a defensive midfielders to basically cover these overlapping fullbacks. But that's not the point. The point is Umtaga will be a good addition to Itimietu, because remember, Uguti, as I said, Uguti, we're signing all these other players and we're prioritizing certain positions. So we can't be spending money on every other position that we're lacking in. We can also just look at our development and say, okay, we can actually get that player from development and bring him and integrate him to the senior team. If you're enjoying this video, by the way, please do subscribe to the channel and just like the video, because if you subscribe, if you leave a comment letting me know what you think about Umtaga, then YouTube says, they like this video, so let's share it to more people like you. So that's why us YouTubers ask you to comment and like and subscribe. Well, I ask you to comment because I genuinely want to hear what you have to say. But with the likes, it just helps me to grow the channel, because then it gets spread to more people like you. Anyways, let's talk about the next player. Udonai Jansen. So Jansen is a winger, right? And now he's been impressive in our MTC this season. The thing is, I worried about him. I'm worried about him. Uguti, how is he going to play? We have Usail, we have Utoli. If we sign Mendieta, if we sign Moti, where is he going to play, right? And I thought about it, but then you look at his stats, Uguti, this season he's a scoring winger, right? And he's not like, last I checked, 9 goals and an assist on top of that. So if you think about that, Chiefs does not really have scoring wingers. Yes, Utoli has scored in the past 2 games, but mostly our wingers they don't score. I know Dupre has been scoring, but he's been scoring now that he's been changed into a number 9. So we see with our wingers they don't give us as many goals as other top teams get goals from front 3 and all the midfielders. So I think integration and bringing up Jansen to the senior team is because they know which is that kind of a player who does not just bring in an extra skilled player who can dribble and do this and do that, but he's also a goal scorer, because at times that's just important. Because if you have a team that's missing chances, as the Chiefs are this season, then you need someone at some point to just come in, take responsibility and start scoring goals. So I think that is why they bring him in, and it will be a good option to always have Uguti. If you look at the bench and you need a goal, you can be like, okay, Jansen can come in and play. And obviously with all this thing here, Kev coming up, it will be good for him to be there and to get experience, even if he doesn't play that much next season. And then we can talk about all the other players. Okay, so what about Ohatebe? What do we do about them? We talked about Ohatebe and them being loaned, so check out this video up here as well about that. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about Umtaga Jansen down on the comment section below. I will see you on the next video, and until next time, remember, equals Alpelumoy.